You're standing on a dock watching your village burn. Pirates did this. They took everything: your home, your family, your future. The flames reflect in your eyes, and something inside you hardens into iron. You make a vow. You will never be powerless again. You will hunt every pirate on every sea until the world is safe. You walk to the nearest Marine recruitment office. You sign your name. Your war begins now. Level 1, Chore Boy. You are nothing, lower than nothing. You scrub decks, you peel potatoes, you carry ammunition until your arms shake. The senior Marines don't learn your name. They call you boy or recruit or nothing at all. You sleep in a hammock crammed between 40 other recruits who smell like sweat and broken dreams. But you watch everything. You study the officers, you memorize their stances, their movements, the way they hold their swords. At night, when everyone else sleeps, you train. Push ups until your muscles scream. Sword drills until your palms bleed. You are building something, a foundation. Your first encounter with a pirate is humiliating. A low-level crew raids a merchant vessel your ship is escorting. You freeze. Your hands tremble. A petty officer saves your life by cutting down the pirate who was about to kill you. He doesn't say anything afterward. He doesn't have to. The shame burns deeper than any wound. You train harder. You volunteer for every dangerous detail. You stop sleeping. Months pass. Your body transforms. Your reflexes sharpen. The other chore boys start asking you for advice. One day, a seaman watches you training after midnight. He nods once and walks away. The next morning, your promotion papers arrive. You're now a seaman recruit. You've taken the first real step. Level 2, Seaman. The Seaman ranks are where Marines are forged. Seaman Recruit, Seaman Apprentice, Seaman First Class. You climb through them one bloody mission at a time. You're on patrol ships now. You encounter pirates regularly. The fear never fully disappears, but you learn to fight through it. You develop your combat style. Maybe you master the sword. Maybe you become deadly with a rifle. Maybe you train your body until your fists can shatter stone. Whatever path you choose, you commit completely. There's no room for hesitation in the grand line. Your first kill changes you, a pirate with a bounty of 5 million berries. He's faster than you expected, stronger, but you're more determined. When your blade finds his heart, you feel something shift inside you. You've crossed a line you can never uncross. That night, you don't sleep. You stare at your hands for hours. But the next morning, you report for duty. The mission continues. You see the corruption for the first time at this level. A senior officer taking bribes from a merchant to ignore smuggled goods. Another officer brutalizing civilians for harboring pirate sympathies. You say nothing. You're too low ranked to matter. But you remember. You file it away. After 2 years, your record is spotless. 30 successful missions, 12 confirmed pirate captures. Your commanding officer recommends you for petty officer training. You accept without hesitation. Level 3, Petty Officer. You have authority now. Not much, but enough. You command small squads of routine patrols. You make tactical decisions that determine whether your subordinates live or die. The weight settles on your shoulders and never leaves. Your first failed mission happens here. A pirate crew ambushes your patrol. You give the order to engage. 2 of your seamen die. You write the letters to their families yourself. You describe their bravery. You don't describe your mistakes. You don't describe how you hesitated for half a second and it cost them everything. But you learn. You adapt. You become harder. Your squad starts to trust you not because you're kind, but because you're competent. You bring people home alive. In the grand line, that's worth more than kindness. You encounter your first devil fruit user, a pirate with the power to control sand. Your conventional tactics are useless. You lose 3 more Marines before you figure out how to use water to neutralize his ability. You capture him alive. Your superiors are impressed. They start watching you more closely. The politics become unavoidable at this level. You learn that the Marines aren't a unified force. There are factions. The absolute justice hardliners who believe any action is justified against pirates. The moral justice officers who still believe in protecting the innocent. And the opportunists who just want power and don't care how they get it. You have to choose. Or at least, you have to appear to choose. Your promotion to Chief Petty Officer comes with a warning from your mentor. The higher you climb, the less clean your hands stay. You don't fully understand. Not yet. Level 4, Warrant Officer. You're an expert now, a specialist. Maybe you've mastered navigation. Maybe you're the best interrogator in your division. Maybe your combat skills have reached a level where junior officers defer to you despite your rank. Whatever your expertise, it's recognized. You're assigned to a vice admiral's fleet. This is where you see how the Marines really operate. The vice admiral makes decisions that sacrifice hundreds of lives to capture a single pirate. He calls it acceptable losses. You watch an island get bombarded because the world government suspects it's harboring revolutionaries. There's no trial, no evidence presented, just fire from the sky. You start to question. Late at night, in the privacy of your quarters, you wonder if you're on the right side. But then you remember your burning village. You remember the pirates who took everything. The Marines aren't perfect, but they're the ones whose only force is standing between civilization and chaos. You bury your doubts. You follow orders. Your combat abilities reach new heights. You learn Rokushiki techniques, Soru, Geppo, Takai. Your body becomes a weapon that can rival devil fruit users. You're deployed against increasingly dangerous pirates, supernovas, New World veterans, creatures that shouldn't exist. You survive. Every time, you survive. And every time, you wonder how much longer your luck will hold. The promotion to ensign is offered. Officer rank, real power, real responsibility. You accept knowing full well what it will cost you. Level 5, commissioned officer, ensign, lieutenant junior grade, lieutenant, lieutenant commander, commander, captain. You climb through them over the next decade. Each promotion brings more power and more blood on your hands. As a captain, you command your own ship, your own crew. Hundreds of lives depend on your decisions. You sail the Grand Line, hunting the worst pirates the world has ever produced. You clash with warlords. You survive encounters with Emperor crews. Your name becomes known. Pirates speak it with fear. Marines speak it with respect. But the cost is immense. You lose friends, fellow captains who sailed beside you for years, killed in battles that history will never forget. You will attend funerals until they blur together. You stop getting close to people. Attachment is a weakness you can't afford. You see the celestial dragons for the first time, world nobles, the untouchable elite who can murder civilians in the street without consequence. You're ordered to escort one through a port town. He shoots a child for bumping into him. You do nothing. You can't do anything. The rage nearly breaks you, but you hold it together. You follow orders. That's what Marines do. Your reputation reaches Marine headquarters. They're considering you for Commodore. One more step toward real power. One more step away from the person you used to be. Level 6, Senior Officer. Commodore, Real Admiral, Vice Admiral. The air gets thinner up here. Your decisions get heavier. You're no longer chasing pirates. You're managing fleets. You're coordinating buster calls. You're sitting in rooms where the fate of entire islands is decided over tea. As a vice admiral, you command thousands of Marines. You answer directly to the admirals. You're entrusted with secrets that would break the minds of lesser officers. The Void Century, the ancient weapons, the true history the world government has erased. You learn things that make you question everything, and then you bury them because the alternative is death. You participate in a buster call. An island suspected of researching forbidden history is erased from existence. Men, women, children, scholars who just wanted to understand the past. You give the orders. You watch the cannons fire. You tell yourself it was necessary. You almost believe it. The admirals watch you now. Akainu, Kaizaru, Fujitora. They're evaluating you. You're on the shortlist for the next admiral position, the pinnacle of marine power. 3 people in the entire world hold that rank. But you've seen what it costs them. Akainu's absolute justice has turned him into something barely human. Kizaru hides behind laziness to avoid confronting what he's become. Even Fujitora, who joined with noble intentions, is trapped by the system. You wonder if the throne is worth sitting on. Level 7, Admiral. You've done it. You've reached the summit. You are one of the 3 admirals, the greatest military force the world government commands. Your bounty, if you were a pirate, would be in the billions. Emperors consider you a genuine threat. Your name alone can end battles before they begin. You have a devil fruit now, or perhaps you've mastered Hakai to a level that rivals the Yonko. Your power is almost incomprehensible. You can destroy islands. You can fight for 10 days straight without rest. You are a natural disaster given human form, but you're also a slave. The five elders give orders. You follow them. The celestial dragons make demands. You comply. You've climbed to the top of the mountain only to discover there's a throne above the peak and you'll never be allowed to sit in it. You look down at the organization you've devoted your life to, the corruption, the cruelty, the injustice committed in the name of justice. You could change it. You have the power. But change would mean war. It would mean sacrificing the stability that keeps billions of people safe. It would mean becoming the very thing you swore to destroy. So you do nothing. You follow orders, you attend meetings, you hunt pirates because that's what you were built to do. The fire that drove you, that burning village, that vow of vengeance is still there, but it's buried under decades of compromise and blood. One day, a young chore boy looks at you with awe. He sees the admiral coat, the medals, the legend. He doesn't see the graves behind you. He doesn't see the pieces of your soul you've traded away. He asks you if it was worth it, reaching the top. You think about the question for a long time. You think about everything you've sacrificed, everything you've become, every line you've crossed. You don't answer. You just walk away. Because some questions don't have answers, and some victories feel exactly like defeat.